Kenema district is one of 3 districts in the eastern province of Sierra Leone and one of 4 districts in the country designated to benefit from the support to civil society and local authorities for local development in Sierra Leone projects. The capital and largest city here is Kenema, which is the second most populous city in Sierra Leone after Freetown, and Tongo being the second most populous city in the districts. Other major towns in Kenema district include Blama, Bouadjibou, Bama, Gihon, Yomboma, and Gorahun. The district is the most populous district in the eastern province with a population of 609,873. But despite the belief by many that the Kenema district has huge potentials economically, socially, and the like, it is no secret here that this is one of the most deprived districts in Sierra Leone in terms of infrastructural development. Therefore, people here are badly in need of any help that they could get to turn things around for the better in terms of their living standards and development, which they are badly in need of. Fortunately, the European Union, through the support to civil societies and local authorities for local development in Sierra Leone projects, has chosen the Kenema district as one of its 4 beneficiary districts in Sierra Leone that will be getting a grant of 4.5 million euros each to embark on development projects.
This is a program on support to decentralization. So we want to support the local authorities and civil society in implementing activities in their territories in Pujeon, Kenema, Bombali and Kambia. Activities related to service delivery. So we want to support specifically local councils in providing quality service delivery to the citizens on the base of their priority. So we want the local councils to implement the devolved function.
In a bid to clearly map out the ways in which the support by the EU to the Kenema district through this project could be equitably distributed, a group of over 20 civil society organizations drawn from the Kenema district are gathering here in the Kenema District Council Hall in a first of a 3-day planned workshop for CSOs and local council authorities in Kenema districts. Addressing this gathering of civil society organization members drawn from the nooks and crannies of the Kenema district and by way of welcoming them to the 3-day workshop, the chairman of the Kenema District Council, Mohamed Olevul Sisi, expresses delight over the fact that CSOs have gathered here to discuss issues of development that pertain the Kenema district as a whole, emphasizing the magnitude to which this district is hungry for development in various sectors and in various ways, noting that all what the people need in Kenema district is development and nothing less.
And today, we are pleased to tell you that EU have set aside a project that you come to discuss what to do with regards reference to our development plan. And I am sure a good number of you have sourced funds on your own, and you've been doing so much to give a facelift to Kenema district and to improve the lives of our people. Without much ado, I equally want to crave that whatever we do, let us be mindful that we are doing it for the people of this district. And like I've told others who've attended our meetings here, that my leadership believes in inclusiveness. We all meet together, we plan together, we implement together, and we evaluate together. If there's any success, we'll all have a tap at the back. When there are lapses, we'll all come back to the table again, where we think we went wrong, where we failed to cross the T's, dot the I's, then we'll go back to it, do it collectively, and we go back to the implementation process. And at this time around, I want to crave your indulgence that we as politicians will make series of promises to our people. And after 4 years, I and the 25 councillors will be going back to you with our report cards in hand, based on the activities, the successes, the goals we score. Then you will give us our second inning.
As it stresses the need for collaboration between local council authorities and CSOs and service delivery as the overarching goal, the chairman for the Kenema District Council, Mohamed O-Level Sise, calls on CSOs to be more responsible in engaging in different development activities with the funds that the EU plans to give the Kenema district, adding that the sustainability of development projects that will be implemented is what is paramount.
People who think they have their NGOs and portfolio NGOs, this money is not for you. We want people who can do tangible things. People, whatever thing you do, at the end of it all, glory will come to the council, glory will go to your organization, and at the end, the people will benefit. And whatever thing we want to implement, let us make sure the exit strategy is very, very important. And at the end of it all, the sustainability of that particular project rests on the shoulder of the council. So let us be mindful when we are doing it. The quality service we deliver, it is not about the service, but the service has to be of quality.
Giving a general overview of the support to civil societies and local authorities for local development in Sierra Leone projects, the team leader for the said projects, Professor Ludovic Leone Shirima, says this project focuses to give technical and financial support to 4 districts in Sierra Leone, which are Pujeun, Kambia, Bombali, and Kenema districts, to implement projects that will tackle the development needs of local people, and that this workshop marks the start of this particular project.
Today we are here at Kenema to launch the program, to let you know that the program begins now. Day 1, as you know, we are meeting with you CSOs to explain to you what it takes to be part of the project. The project will be work and a collaboration between the local councils and the CSOs, implementing projects that are coming from their development plan. We understand that the local council here in Kenema, they've got their own development plan, and you are supposed to work together in collaboration.
A major component of this 3-day workshop is also to technically capacitate CSOs and the local council authorities so as to be able to identify key development priorities in consonance with already existing development plans of the council and work together in the implementation of these projects. Bob Conte, a local development expert, presents slides on the need for CSOs and the local council to collaborate to achieve key development deliverables and to sustain same insofar as this project is concerned.
2 people working in Lower Bamara, instead of you using 2 million, somebody will be using 2 million without the knowledge of the other. He also will be using another 2 million. So you are wasting 4 million in the same locality. So there is no efficient use of resources. Number 3, we also want to ensure sustainability of service provision. Sometimes we CSOs, we go to these communities, we build schools, we build health centers, bam, we move out of those communities. When we leave, how do we expect these structures to be sustained? How do we expect them to run? And whatever you may say, the council is mandated by law to take advantage or to provide these services. So if you 2 guys come together, you ensure that if the CSO is going to build a school, the council is going to take over the running of the school.
Another expert presentation is done by Felix Sule Mitima, a human development expert who talks on the need for capacity building for CSOs and even local council authorities in a bid to have a grasp of what they do for efficiency and goal-oriented implementation of development programs at local level.
The capability of a person reflects the various combinations of doings and beings. When your capacity is developed, you become professional, and then your choices or whatever you do, you can do better.
But what do various CSOs in Kenema districts think about the support to civil societies and local authorities for local development in Sierra Leone projects, especially this type of technical and financial support to them, with emphasis on the need for them to work together in achieving specific development goals for the general good?
I feel awesome. Trust me, I feel real good, because these are just the opportunities we as civil society activists look forward to. We seek to have big donors, funding agencies coming in to give us help and support, so we fulfill our goals. Because our beneficiaries out there, their needs are so much, so elaborate, that we need big funds to help combat the situations that they have.
The EU has been a very strong supporter of civil society organizations in Sierra Leone. I don't know for how long, but I must say what actually made this particular CSO's intervention very interesting is the fact that now it is focused on specific districts, and only CSOs that are rooted in those districts can apply for the funding. And that's something that we are very, very happy with, because we will be able to mobilize other civil society organizations to collaborate, to think together, and to be able to put in ideas together. But what actually made this particular intervention very, very important for me is the extent to which it wants collaboration from CSOs and the district councils, how they can actually work together to be able to improve service delivery in Kenema district. That's something that we are very, very passionate about. In Send, one of our strategic objectives is that whatever we do, we must promote self-reliance. And that is what they are not trying to do. You have like CBOs today, you have national CSOs, and then other organizations are all here in this room. They're discussing and making suggestions to the EU. And that is very, very important for me. It means that they are actually listening to us and they're taking our concerns seriously. And that is something that should be continued. If this kind of collaboration continues and there is proper coordination mechanisms put in place, I think it will be one of the best EU projects in this country.
I feel for the project so good. I'm really happy because they sent a 4-year project when a 4.something million. So I'm so happy, and because they work in collaboration with the council, and as women then we they work with the women councillors, then we not the sideline at all. Now we are the councillors, then they work. So we're so happy for the projects, because we know say certain things then they what the woman they need. Now this district here where they know they at all. So we're happy because, and then say we for prioritize the needs that what the woman they want, especially where the man they talk on, you know, service delivery, construction of health centers, markets, schools, you know, what they pass around. We can see some picking and another but for them sit up, you know, with touch deep and tap. So that at all that not conducive for the beginning. We as women then we pass around with the organizations, then when we get, we feel so sorry for them beginning. So when this program here don't come, we feel so happy.
Inasmuch as the various CSOs that are present in the first day of this 3-day workshop have expressed delight towards this project, one component of this workshop is also to discuss and map out key development priorities that are of immediate need to the people of Kenema districts. This is done during the first day workshop, and presentations are done by groups based on already agreed priorities.
We looked at increased capacity of wash management committees. It's also another thing to think of. And our priority number 3 will be energy. For energy, we say we need to increase community access to electricity. In this case, we are thinking a whole lot of things. There are communities in this country, maybe mostly chiefdom headquarter towns. Most of them are densely populated. Take for example, Gyokojo hosts a whole lot of people. And there are many houses, a very big town. You can actually provide solar electrification there. For almost everybody, it's above 800 going to 1,000 houses.
Construction of school and facilities abroad at Kamboma Old Town. Mende, increased classroom blocks, rehabilitation of wash structures at Majedu, Mondema, Sanho, and Bunduru. We have no more rehabilitate existing water system in school. Then we have Kambia, construction of school buildings.
Day 2 of this 3-day workshop, as part of the implementation of this project, targets to engage the local authorities in Kenema districts, particularly councillors. The support to civil society and local authorities for local development in Sierra Leone project is also here for local councils, and Kenema district being one of the 4 beneficiary districts, it begs the question, how does it feel to be part of this project?
It's a laudable venture, and like I was giving my welcome address this morning, it is a very big feather in my cap and in the cap of the Kenema district, because at the end of it all, we know they are coming to complement the efforts of government and the local councils, being the highest autonomous body that is responsible for quality service delivery to the doorsteps of our people. Whosoever comes in to aid us financially and or logistically, that person will be embraced with every sincerity, and will make sure we live up to expectations. So it was a very welcoming news when they last came to tell us that we have the grant, and today they are here to tell us that the civil society have another 2 million euro to implement projects within the Kenema district and the Kenema district locality. So therefore it's a laudable venture. We appreciate them, and we hope and pray that each and every partner will live up to expectations, because at the end of it all, I must have to say that when those developments happen within my own time as chairman of the council, I think it is a feather to me and the other people that will take over when I leave office.
In terms of development in Kenema district, there are many priority areas seeking the attention of the local council for urgent remedy, at least to change the status quo and give a bit of facelift to the Kenema districts, and one of which is the health sector.
And if you say the number 1 priorities for being infrastructure, because if I could take an example at the township, we get 18 health facilities at the township, but not just 3 when our government own. The rest all are just private people them places. And don't reach a point, somehow will be there in service. If they say we not take this place where we not they use. When you don't retire, they say no, we not for begin pay. And we not get funding for that, for begin pay for health facilities. Then you get inside the PHU, now we pay for your health units. The distance is then to the PHU. They are far apart. So when they look into that again, then again, the infection prevention control, instead that they go down. Where the Ebola become, will be the practice. But for where they say Ebola don't go, it's not easy, they're not they comply again. So one going to this, may they begin comply to the practices of IPC, infection prevention control. Because even the Veronica buckets, they already be supplied. but who don't wear out, they don't want out, they don't broke. So it's not easy. Even the soap, the liquid soap, and sanitizers them, won't forget, they're not forthcoming. So that can make we're not able to practice the infection prevention control. And we're not safe, we're not the practice and they spread infection.
The agriculture sector is also paramount in the development of any country, and as such, one would want to ask, how does the agriculture sector fit in to this arrangement and what are the prospects?
I'm much impressed because to start with, as a sector head in the district, I see it will be an additive approach to our implementation in the district. And the thing that interests me most is the collaborative approach towards implementation. So most times when we implement projects, there is need for stakeholder collaboration. And if we do it collaboratively with council as well as civil society, at least we go a long way in the area of monitoring and oversight. Well, in as much as this is council project, we have to look to the needs of the council. But if it were agriculture proper, the ministry is overwhelmed with requests by farmers to rehabilitate their IVF, the Inland Valley Swamp. You know, Kenema is a tree crop district, and in line with the global climate change approach in production, we are always encouraging farmers to recede to the lowland, the Inland Valley Swamp. And this Inland Valley Swamp can be productive when it is developed or rehabilitated. But nonetheless, in line with the council needs, and the fact that the project needs to be financially sustainable, we came to identify some areas. The only thing that we had to grapple with was the fact that all the councillors wanted the project in their wards. But we need to identify, and how to prevail on them, that we need to identify areas that have the requisite comparative advantage. If we talk about giant meal that we use for multi-purpose processing of rice and coffee, you need to identify areas that is good for rice and coffee production and not to spread it out to all the world.
One thing that should be borne in mind in as much as this project is concerned is that development priorities being discussed in this 3-day workshop by CSOs and local council authorities must engender development plans of the Kenema District Council.
For this money, we don't prioritize the sectors amongst which we get social services, where like down there inside we want for like EU help for like build a funeral home because you know they're not the district. So like we down there we believe so we're able for like give services to the people where like we serve, and then we're able like for carry small income, we're able for sustainer. We get agriculture, where like we all know say agriculture is a backbone for any development in our society. So like as a council, we don't decide for like EU help, we want to engage in rice and cassava processing, one handle livestock, who we believe say that they will go able for like leverage the load on farmers there, and we will also carry with returns, small returns, because the aim of EU now like service delivery, but we will get small thing for the sustainability aspect.
Like the one of this workshop, they too also makes provision for local authorities to discuss the development priorities of the Kenema district, and they are split into various groups. And at some point, there are heated debates among councillors and council staff as to what to agree on or not on the areas of felt needs for the people in the Kenema districts. This is followed by concise presentations of outcomes of the discussions and agreements made with regards to development from the point of view of the local council authorities. But how is the collaboration between the local council and the CSOs, which this project emphasizes, going to be manifested in trying to actualize these felt needs of the people in the Kenema districts?
About a week ago, I invited all implementing partners in Kenema district, be it local or international. My stress there is, I do not want to know how much money you've attracted for implementation, but my concern is quality service delivery for the people of Kenema. If there is no Kenema district, you have no reason to exist. And so therefore, the ultimatum I gave to all partners, be it local or international, you either operate with the council or you move out of Kenema district.
To mark the end of this 3-day workshop for the Kenema District Council and civil society organizations, the Deputy Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Honorable Philip Tetema Tondone, makes his presence felt by attending the event and makes a statement to stakeholders in the project that the Sierra Leone government is fully involved in the project and assures of its fullest support. He further talks on the need to make the said project known to the ordinary people in Kenema District.
Government is involved. Other activities are involved. That is why this session is part of the design of this project. That everybody in Kenema district should know about the EU project, the objective, the purpose, the program, how it is set.
With this mixed bag of participants from the civil society organizations and local council authorities, different ideas are coming up as they are grouped into 3 groups to map out areas of priorities, and presentations are done on findings.
We talk about livestock, okay, I've read that. Food diversification, this is very key. Sorry, we are just used to this one staple food, rice. We want to get in diversification. We can talk about mango, banana, plantain, you name them. We want to get multiple foods so that we will not be restricted to only a eat of rice.
Mina Councilor Marema Entrani, Rama Mende, Ward 053, with the impact on farming, agriculture. I really want to let them put hand on the way for level impact on agriculture, especially the women. They down. They don't get access to anything so far. So I will not organize a group when a woman group for do agriculture. So if you don't come, really I will tell you thank you for letting them put hand on the way.
But after this stage of the project in Kenema here, the question is, what is the next move?
And the next phase of the project is that the CSOs will be required to form a consortium so that they can bid for or respond to the call for proposal to undertake these activities they are going to agree upon between the local councils and themselves from the development plan as areas of priority. And in doing that, my technical team will guide them through the process of responding to the call of proposal, and this could come in the second half or late in February.